said, what are some ways that technology can enhance a more traditional style of learning?
Well, how long do you have?
Well, we got a little bit of time there.
Yeah, I spent, education is a big passion for me. So when my girlfriend graduated from school, she was a teacher for a couple years before going to medical school. So those are kind of our two dinner topics, are Facebook and kids and education. She's pregnant with a kid. So we spent a lot of time talking about education, and we did a lot of research last year because we made our first pretty meaningful philanthropic gift to the Newark education system to try to really make that.
Remember, while you're doing that, BYU is a wonderful university.
Sure.
Sorry.
Not really sure how to handle that. I think a lot of the same themes that
I think he's going to remember that. I really do.
What's up? I will.
Okay.
The time that Senator Hatch stumped me in front of 10,000 people. A lot of the same themes that we're trying to go for with Facebook, of making the world more open and connected, giving people access to more information, I think a lot of that stuff would help a lot with education as well. As a profession, it's really hard to know how students are performing at different institutions. Right? I mean, there's no consistent statewide standards for education. I think that's a really big issue, because if you don't know how well you're doing at educating students, then you can't know how well you're managing schools. You can't really know how much things are improving or where they should be. And I think a lot of the same principles that the internet has brought to other areas, of just making it so that you have more transparency and can tell how things are performing, which then informs, okay, this thing is doing well, we should do more of this. Or this thing isn't doing well, we should be doing less of this. Or this state's methods are doing less well than this state's methods, so we should try to do more of what these guys are doing. There just isn't a lot of that in education yet. And it's one of the biggest holes, I think, and one of the biggest areas that I think technology can help improve is just in measuring. Obviously, there's a lot, too, that can be done with curricula. I mean, there's some great things that are getting built online now. Have you guys heard of this thing, Khan Academy? It's pretty amazing. This guy basically just started, again, because going back to the theme of what makes you get started as an entrepreneur, I mean, he was just passionate about like explaining and teaching things, and he started recording these videos of himself explaining different concepts. I think he started off with high school type level concepts, and you could just go to his website and you can watch these videos really quickly, and he just lays out these pretty complex concepts very simply. And again, I mean, that's like an amazing resource that the internet can bring to bear, right? I mean, giving the ability for one person who has a gift for explaining stuff to be able to explain that to a huge number of people across the world. So again, I think the ability to spread information, that kind of transparency, are going to be really disruptive in a very positive way for education. And it's something that I'm really passionate about personally. I'm trying to do it and help out outside of Facebook, frankly, because the current regulatory environment that we have in the US doesn't really make it easy for people under the age of 13 to use a service like Facebook, right? Because there's so much friction for them to have to sign up, because you need to get written consent from your parents. So if we were trying to do something as Facebook, trying to help out with education, we wouldn't even be able to touch most of the students that we'd be trying to help out, because they aren't users of our service. So instead, myself and I'm actually working with a handful of people who work with me at Facebook, but we're outside of Facebook. We created this organization, Startup Education, that we're trying to improve education around the country. So hopefully some of these things can come to life.